Hello. So we are back for Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, Part 2. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say by way of intro at the moment, so we might as well jump back in. And again, I said, this game still has its original battery. I told the story in Part 1 about the first save file on this actually being a save file that was on the cartridge when I bought it, and I bought it in probably 1995, like late that year at the latest. So, this is some kid's 30-year-old game file still on it. So watch halfway through our playthrough, the battery crap out, and, I'd have to start over and get it back to where we left off if that happened. But so far, so good. Battery's still working. So, anyway, we'll jump back in. Let's see, where are we? Okay, yeah, I think the Falls Basin is actually the next area we're going to, so... these blocks we can push. I'm not going to push it too far yet, so I can scope out what's going on here. I admittedly don't remember a lot of the dungeons as far as, layouts and things like that, because again, I haven't played this in at least 10 years, probably longer than that. So these guys I don't think are too tough. Yeah, Phoebe took one out right away with her bow and arrow. I'm actually going to have Phoebe defend, just to save her arrows. Again, with her and Tristram, the two characters that have a limited number weapon, I've never, I don't think, actually run out of their weapon, but it's just a dead end, isn't it? Might as well still conserve where we can. I think we went up there already. Okay, alright, I think I get it. So I think we need to push that ice block. So that comes out here, that dead end we went to. So if we put that ice block in the middle, we might be able to jump over here, although that's a dead end too, isn't it? That we can't push with that, hula girl or whatever it is in the way. I don't remember what enemy that is. Alright, well, let's try something anyway. Oh. I think I pushed it into the right into the wall, so we have to come back and reset our block position. And that ain't gonna work either, is it? I feel like I'm missing something. And it's kind of embarrassing, both because it's the very beginning of this episode and... I see. I can put that ice block right here and jump across it. Okay, I was gonna say, I feel a little bit embarrassed because, it's the very beginning of the episode and it's Mystic Quest. It's not supposed to be a hard game. But yeah, if I put that there, I should be able to jump across. Not exactly a hard puzzle, so yeah, an embarrassing one to have trouble with. Let's do fire on one of those. That's Naga, or I guess Lamia in this case. Let's actually Benjamin do the Quake spell. See if that'll wipe these out. Nope. Ooh. Okay, so where can this block go? Probably just like there, where the original block was. Go. So again, it's definitely like Chrono Trigger, where the enemies appear on screen before the battles, making them, you know, theoretically optional, but there's definitely some enemies that appear in places where you can't dodge them. Like with this one, if you don't eliminate this battle, you can't push the column. Okay, so this column should probably go, I'm thinking probably there. Yeah, that looks like it's probably going to be right. Yeah, actually that reminds me of using bombs in battle, so let's see what that does against this configuration of enemies. And I'm actually going to have Phoebe do a cure spell on Benny Boy here. Alright, that did pretty much nothing. Yeah. Okay, well, at least you did sleep on a... Actually, fire. At least you did sleep on the character that was already asleep. Yeah. See if we can kill these with the bomb, even though it doesn't do much damage to them. Still didn't take them out. Again, I'm just trying to save Phoebe's arrows a little bit. Let's grab a refill on our bombs there. Okay, so here... Alright, we need to push another column back up to that gap below the crab. And this is where I kind of wish this game had a run button, but that didn't become a thing really until, what was the first one that had a run button? I mean, Final Fantasy VII, you could... I guess that was probably the first one, right? Trying to remember Final Fantasy VII. Could you just alternate, like, could you, like, designate if you could run or walk? Yeah, you could run in that. What am I talking about? Yeah, it was probably 7 was the first, and then like retroactively when they put out like later versions of 4 and 6, they added a run button to that. 6 already had the sprint shoes as an item, and then they kind of altered that a little bit with like the Game Boy Advance version where you had a run button and then the sprint shoes made you move even faster. Oh, this is a boss. Alright, so we know the desert hags are weak to fire, so let's zap them with fire. I'm guessing the snow crab probably is too, because A, it's a crab, and B, it's an ice crab specifically. Oh, fire doesn't affect the crab. Huh. Alright, well, we got rid of his buddies anyway. We max damage, that's interesting. I have 2 cats staring at me from the floor, by the way. Tabby, come up. One of you come up here, anyway. So, fire doesn't work. Let's see what thunder does. That did some damage. Ooh. Good thing Phoebe knows life. Of course, now she's confused. And she, This isn't good. Once again, I died in Mystic Quest. Alright. It just lets you start the battle over, at least. Alright, so let's target these fire spells. Don't bother hitting the crab with those. Then we can take these, desert hags out in one hit that way. There we go. Yeah, oddly enough, the ice crab was not actually weak to fire. That's interesting. Oh, we got jumbo bombs. Alright, so it's a battlefield, so I might as well figure that out. By the way, I'm currently playing, outside of, this for the show, I'm playing Sea of Stars right now on, I mean, I'm playing it on Switch, it's on just about everything, but, absolutely fantastic game, Sea of Stars. All the hype it's gotten, I mean, I'm probably halfway through, if that. Hopefully not even that, because I'm enjoying it a lot, but, yeah, all the hype it's gotten, I'd say, even from the point I am now, absolutely justified. If you love this era of RPGs, it's well worth playing. It definitely takes its cues, especially from Chrono Trigger and Mario RPG, as far as the battle system goes, and certainly Chrono Trigger for the style, the graphical style overall, and the music. I mean, they actually have Yasunori Mitsuda as a guest composer for, I think, like 10 tracks in it. So, the actual Chrono Trigger composer did music for the game. But yeah, I'm just absolutely loving it. And again, I'm maybe halfway through, if that. I I have four. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but I have four characters. I think there's 6 total. So yeah, I still have at least 2 characters to link up with. Yeah, loving Sea of Stars. You know, again, if you're an enthusiast of this era, you know, the 90s Super Nintendo / 2D PlayStation RPGs, it's like tailor-made for someone like me or anyone who enjoys that genre and that era. Probably use a secure spell here just to boost up a bit. Hey, Daddy did join me. That'll do it. Halfway through this battlefield, I'm thinking I might go back to rest at the inn, recharge Phoebe's Thunder spell for one thing, since we know that works now on these Lamias. Do one more, maybe. Oh, out of Thunder spells. Try fire. That didn't do anything. Oh no. Well, this went south in a hurry. Yeah, after this battle, we'll hit the end. Gold. What am I doing? I just forget start, and this is where most Final Fantasy games, certainly, you know, at least through, I guess, Final Fantasy X, which is the latest one I've played. I mean, I kind of gave up the series after that, but, yeah, I think on all of them, the, either the X or the triangle button, depending on if you're on Super Nintendo or PlayStation, but that top button on the controller on most of them calls up the menu. On this one, for whatever reason, that calls up the save screen, and the start button does the menu, so that takes a second to get used to. So yeah, we actually have the second level of bombs. It's actually our first level 2 weapon. Alright, so finish clearing this battlefield out. Hey. Ooh. These are different. Use that same... Oh no, that's a silence spell. Yeah, we can live with that, especially since it doesn't actually seem to be connecting with Phoebe. Thunder Spell. More to go. It's these mages again. Right, let's try out our jumbo bombs in battle. Be good damage on them anyway. Special item, unfortunately, but yeah, some golden experience. So let's hit that in one more time, and then we'll go to the, I think that's the next dungeon. Force of habit, I always want to hit X to call up the menu, but that's just the save menu in this game. Alright, so here's the Bass Pro Shops Ice Pyramid. I didn't mean to do that. So... could actually use a refill of arrows for Phoebe there. Oh, the enemies are invisible in this dungeon, aren't they? It's a little twist on the formula. Oh, these things are weak to fire, aren't they? That's what I should do. What I should have done to begin with is, you know, done the jumbo bomb on Benjamin and then had Phoebe do fire on all of them. That would have taken them out. Actually, the fire might have on its own. Alright, just do thunder on these. Ooh, magic mirror, what does that do? I don't remember. I suppose I could look it up, but maybe we'll find out on our own. No, not that way already. Oh, it shows the enemies in this dungeon. That's what it does, I think. Since I can see them now. There's some arrows. Okay, which way should we go? That's what you call some tag team action. I didn't need to fight that guy at all, did I? Squid, which was a boss we fought last time. I guess he's back as a normal enemy now. And the Sphinx. So these guys are new. I guess that's it here. I don't think there's a switch in this statue, so yeah, I guess that's it there. See, we do have 2 seeds, so we can use that to replenish our magic, theoretically, if we need to. We probably will, because I have been using that thunder spell a lot. Ooh, hidden wall. More arrows. Yeah, nothing that way. This here, by the way, is a green cola, which was recently featured in my most recent Dan's All Drinks Considered episode. Once again, a zero calorie, 0 sugar, soda, no artificial sweeteners, no calories, no preservatives. It's stevia, I think, is the yeah, stevia leaf extract, and it does have caffeine from green coffee beans. But it's a good soda. I you know, it tastes pretty darn close to, you know, an actual Coke or something like that, and it's way less guilt-inducing. So yeah, full review of that. Check out Dan's Aldrin's Considered, and again, the most recent episode from a few weeks ago now is green cola. And I have, if I need another drink while I'm here, I have another Polar raspberry lime seltzer. Hopefully there's not too much noise. There's somebody, I think, across the street cutting their grass right now, and I have the window open. Because for once it's actually quite nice outside, but yeah, unfortunately there is a lawnmower running. Lawnmower and a weed whacker. Perfect. Ooh. Alright, that was cheap. Yeah, as much as it's a beginner's RPG, occasionally there can be some, you know, cheap moments. spell, couldn't we? Wannabe beholders here. Let's see if sword works any better on them. No, but it was a critical hit, so... Checking, I didn't think he could go through that wall, but you never know. Alright, so we didn't go this way yet. That petrify spell, we want to get rid of those birds right away. Even though the mage can heal. Nasty shot. Actually, let's just do a heal potion. I didn't mean to do that. I'm smashing the button. I meant to have Phoebe just do an attack. Come on, Benjamin, you're not even blinded. You missed 2 in a row. Alright, so Cure Spell. That's definitely stronger, especially on Phoebe, than just a Cure Potion. Are you kidding me? Yeah, the petrification is kind of cheap, isn't it? Alright, so on our next turn, we'll hit a heal on Benjamin. Another level up. Let me actually just back out and just kind of scope out what's this way. So yeah, this is where we can go through, I think, that open door that we hit the switch for. It's funny, this is like, I mean, last year I played the Pixel Remaster of Final Fantasy VI. Didn't die once. You know, as far as, you know, party, I didn't have my party wiped out once. This is how many times I've actually gotten wiped on Mystic Quest of all games. Stone Beak actually didn't do anything, the Phoebe did it. Yep, so that's open. Let's go back. I feel like this might be the way forward. I don't want to miss any treasures or anything. So one nice thing is the enemies stay dead, since there's no random battles or anything. Oh, yeah, we could have just gotten these the first time. That's all there is in there. Oh, here we go. This is a long dungeon, isn't it? For, you know, this kind of game. Oh, there's a lot of enemies in there. Let's go back and go to the right first. Again, I don't remember the layout here, and I don't want to miss anything. So let's check out to the right, because there's like a spell, or, you know, a major item in that chest. Oh, a lot more enemies there. Oh, that's just a dead end. Okay. Yeah, no secret passage. That wasn't worthwhile. Oh. Damn it, Benjamin. Once again, not doing so hot on this playthrough, am I? Again, considering this is Mystic Quest. There we go. That was more trouble than it should have been. At least the stone beak occasionally does not petrify. Yep. I actually didn't mean to do that, but it did bring us down into this room. This is where they all are, sharpening their knives. Okay, so we want to take the Sphinx out first. Ooh, noble armor for Benjamin. So, yeah, that actually doubles his armor attack power, and it looks like it gives him defense against water and poison. So that's pretty good. Might as well fight these for the experience. Nice. Oh. A lot of cheap deaths. That is a mark against this game, I will say that. You know, as much as I've defended it from, you know, the sort of common detractor's opinion. There are some cheap elements to it. Like that. He's gonna do the same. Oh, good. I don't think the bombs can miss, even if you're blinded. I should have just used them anyway, they're actually weak to it. Okay, so I cleared out that room. Which again, didn't need to do, but might as well. Is this where we wanted to go? Yeah. No, that's the way we came. I did not mean to do that. Alright, yeah, that's where we wanted to go. Benjamin doesn't have the life spell yet, so Phoebe's out till this battle's over. Alright, let's get her back online now. Zap Benjamin with a cure also. So I think that drops us down into the center room, which is probably where we ultimately want to go. But, not yet. Since the enemies don't come back, let's try dropping down into that middle hole. There's something good there. I don't know if we jumped the gun on doing this. Did get us a better sword, though. I think that takes us under the floor. That looks like a boss right there. If we go up the cat claw, we can climb up. Let's fight the boss. Oh, okay. I think I'm not going to bother fighting all those enemies. Let's actually see what that Night Sword does exactly for us. Oh yeah, way higher attack than even the axe we have. We're still under the floor. Just, cool. Alright, well, here's that ice giant. Still, jiggling his pecs at us like a super macho man in a Punch-Out. Phoebe needs a little bit of healing, doesn't she? Nice, we're just cleaning up. Finally, an ice enemy that's actually weak to fire. Second crystal already liberated here. You want to go out of this dungeon together, you know? Might behoove both of us to continue working together till we get to the friggin' exit. Tristram did the same thing. Let's just dive. I don't think we missed any, like, important treasures. We could just grab these chests, except I walked off the edge, but I doubt they're anything vital. The good stuff is in the red treasure chest looking chests. The little brown boxes are just, you know, refills of explosives and arrows and heal potions and things like that, so I think we're fine. I had to get in there, but doesn't matter. I've about had enough of this dungeon anyway. This is a long one. Phoebe comes back at least once more because she is the support character, the second character for the final battle of the game. She might even have like a second role in between now and the last part of the game. But I think every support character comes back at least once. We do get another round with Kaylee, we get another round with Tristram. We haven't met him yet, but I think we get Ruben twice as the game goes on. And I think that's all of them. Kaylee, Tristan, Ruben, and Phoebe. think that's all of them. Ooh, nice and green. Alright, so we got a refill on our, yeah, I guess it refilled our magic too, so I don't think we need to go to the inn here. I think that's where we're supposed to go, actually. Maybe. Unnecessarily long stairway there. So I think we just have to go back to the focus tower and continue on from there. Stuff about finding Captain Mac's ship, I don't think we deal with yet. So... we went through there already. Everybody has one of those glowing orbs in their room. Must be a trend. Stop by here and grab some explosives from the guy at the table. That way already. So we can actually go up here, clear these out. Yeah, I think actually we should probably save the battlefields till we have a second character again. Non-betting. We'll save those for when we have a second character again. And I'm not sure if we even need to come here yet anyway. No, apparently not. Alright. For those battlefields. Just go down here. feel like I'm missing something again. Alright, let me look up a walkthrough. Well, no help from Game Facts. It's got to be through this blue door, because that's what we have to just coin to unlock. This is embarrassing. Maybe it is through that top way here. Oh, you know what? I'm an idiot. There's another entrance down here. Alright. Doing a good job of embarrassing myself on this this session, haven't I? There we go. Shrug of heroism for the episode. Alright, so that's what the key was for. Alright, so yeah, that block I think now we push down to right here so we can jump across. Did I miss the first shield, I wonder? Let me see. I feel like there should have been a regular shield before the Venus shield. Yeah, there was a steel shield that was in the Bone Dungeon. We must have missed it. If we have a chance, we can go back for it, I guess. Okay, so now we can go back around this way. Once we get Reuben, we can clear out these battlefields too. And maybe we'll call it an episode for now, at that point. Leaving the tower, move that block back. So how the hell do you... I feel like I'm missing something here. Alright, so reset. So, how do you... This shouldn't be this difficult. I'm sorry. Exciting content right here. Okay. So apparently it resets if you don't have it in the bottom space where it is, because we had it in the top space the first couple times, and it disappeared. So it's just the game being very choosy, apparently, and not anything I was doing wrong. Alright, so unless it reset again, yeah, there we go. Alright. That's kind of stupid. Let's get our character first before we do any of these battlefields. Oh, sorry. Sorry to set a bomb off next to you, lady. Alright, upgraded battle axe. That's cool. I think we can use those spaces as warps at some point. You have to have a Libra symbol, or whatever symbol that is, to do it, but... Apparently they have electric guitars in this fantasy world, huh? Yeah, let's buy a bunch of these. These are useful. Yeah, we don't need any of those. Sure. Play Freebird! Oh, hey, that's Tristan there. Hey, bud. Okay, I guess that's all he has to say. We only could buy one of those, so... So this is Ruben here, I believe. So Ruben's a physical fighter, as I recall. I don't think he actually does have the life spell. So now that we have Ruben, we'll clear out a couple battlefields, I think, and I think that's the guy's house down there that we're supposed to go to. It's just a way out of town. Oh, here we go. Alright, well, for now, let's just do a couple battlefields and then call it a night. We'll actually go back and do those two so we don't forget about them, because I think the first one of these actually has a spell that we want. Yeah, come on. There we go. So yeah, Ruben's pretty strong, as you can see. Although Benjamin should be doing pretty well himself. Another level up for him. Ruben can pretty much one-shot these things. And the nice thing about Ruben is his weapon is not limited like Phoebe's or Tristan's was. Where... yeah, Benjamin's actually one-shotting the squids. Let's see how he does against a Sphinx next time we have one. Yeah, this is going pretty fast. I'll look up where the, exactly in the Bone Dungeon the first shield is. We can go back and get that in the next play session, maybe, if we think of it. We don't need it since we have the Venus shield now, but just for completion's sake, I guess. Yeah, the exit spell, we definitely wanted to get that before going too much further. That way we don't have to walk out of dungeons after we beat a boss. So I'm thinking we might have, you know, assuming we keep going at the rate we are, we did 1 crystal tonight. We're doing the fire part. We're on to the fire part now, so we'll finish that next time. And, you know, if we keep going at that rate, probably we'll have, I would say, 3 more parts after this one. 1 for the 2 remaining crystals, 1 each for the 2 remaining crystals, and then 1 for the end game. So it'll probably be a 5-parter, I'm thinking. And then we'll go on to something else. I still want to do the Oregon Trail. I'll do that either, you know, I might do that in between parts for this, possibly. Or I might just do it after we finish Mystic Quest. But, yeah, that'll be the next game either way. And then I might start Final Fantasy VI. I'm kind of getting, you know, some talking about it, doing this review and things like that. Even though I played it last year on the Pixel Remaster, I'm kind of feeling like playing 6 again, so... Whenever I do play 6 again, I'll do it as a playthrough on this show. So, yeah, I think Final Fantasy VI is coming up, and specifically I'll probably do the Super Nintendo, the original American version. So Final Fantasy III, as it was rendered on the Super Nintendo, is probably what we'll do. I could do the Pixel Remaster on Switch, or I could do, if I hooked up the GameCube, I could do the Game Boy Advance version on the Game Boy Player, but of those versions, I don't have a definitive version for 6, and I'll probably talk more in detail about this when I actually play it on here, but Yeah, all the versions have positives and negatives, but I think I'd probably first choose the Super Nintendo version overall, if I had to pick one. Definitely not the PlayStation version, the Final Fantasy Anthology version, just because of the load times alone. That render it pretty much unplayable. What are we doing? Yeah, since we've gone through these pretty quick, let's see if we can wipe out those 3 battlefields on the way to Fireburg, and then we'll save and quit. That's the wrong way. Yeah, I guess that block, when you move it into the right spot, it just stays there, and if you don't have it in that particular square, it'll reset, even if it's in a place where you could jump from it to the other side. If it's on the top space, it'll still reset it. Let's see what kind of enemies are in here. It's a red slime. Or a jelly, I guess. Aw, man, I missed an opportunity. That ice golem at the end of the pyramid. I beat it. I should have said from Last Action Hero, iced that guy to Kona phrase. Missed the opportunity for that line. Starting to get dark in here too. It's 7:51 on my clock, by the way, as far as what time it actually is at the moment. Obviously, in video form, that doesn't matter, but it's getting dark before 8 o'clock. As of right now, on August 20th, 2024, at 7:51 p.m. So that'll place this video in history if you're watching it 10 years from now, if YouTube still exists and we're all still present on this this particular planet. Jury's out on all of that, I guess, but these jellies aren't putting up much of a fight. I don't think we've even taken an attack from any of them. So, gold bonus, no equipment or anything, but it's alright. I think I could handle these couple battlefields if I just had Benjamin. I could have done these on the way to get Ruben. Oh, there's one with 2 enemies. See how long they last. Not any longer than the single enemy battles. You can actually see in my little box, since it's getting dark, whenever I go into battle, you can see when the light comes up at the beginning of the battle, and that's pretty much what's illuminating me at this point. Yeah, it is getting dark earlier now. Ooh, a Gemini Crest. I think that might be what allows us to warp. We could actually check it in Firebird when we're done here. Uh-oh, it's a plant man. From Mega Man 6, I guess, right? I'll have to do some more of the Mega Man games on here, too. You know, probably 2 will be a good one, because that's, I mean, by far, 2 is the one I played the most, so I could do that one on difficult. That's a nice little feat of gameplay. 5 will be a good, easy one to do on here. And 6 is a good... 6 I like better than 5. I like 4 and 6 both pretty good. And I do like 5. 5 is, you know, the worst Mega Man game on this system, which I would say 5 is probably the worst of them. You could argue 1, because 1 has a lot of unrefined elements, but it is also the first one, so it kind of gets a pass on some of that, I guess. 5 is the one that was maybe too easy, and the Mega Buster was too overpowered, so you didn't necessarily have to use your Robot Master weapons as much in 5 as you probably would have wanted to. But, you know, again, the worst Mega Man game is still a pretty good game. It's still better than 3/4 of the games on the system. So, 5 will be a fun one to do. I also need to finish the Game Boy Mega Man games. I have all 5 of them. I collected, like, I had 5. Fortunately, I had 5 on Game Boy. Went from when it came out. Like, I bought that when I was probably preteen still, whenever that came out, either preteen or early teen years. I'd have to look up the release date. But I think that's the most expensive one on Game Boy. And then I had 1 and 2, or Dr. Wily's Revenge and 2 on Game Boy. Neither of them are especially expensive, and then, like, a few years ago, I bought 3 and 4. And even a few years ago, I don't want to even tell you what I spent on, especially Mega Man 4 on Game Boy. That was an expensive one. And I just couldn't find it anywhere, so I did pay an eBay price on it, so... I completed the set at any rate, but yeah, I do need to actually finish those games. Just to, you know, say I've beaten all of the 8-bit ones, and then, you know, I haven't finished 9 or 10 either, so go back and do those. And 7, the Super Nintendo one, need to do that too. So I think, which is the house with the crest in it? Let's just see if we can use this. Yep. There we go. So where did that take us? I think that took us to Aquaria. If we use it again, let's see if it takes us back or somewhere else. I don't remember if the first town had one or not. No, that's the Firebird music. Yeah, that's useful anyway. Let's just see. I don't think we can get over there from here. Oh, we can. Steel potions. So I don't embarrass myself more. I'll look up how to open this door, and I'll look up where the steel shield is, again, just for completion's sake. So let's just, for now, stay at the end, save, and get out of here. Yeah, this is the check-in desk. Alright, so we'll drop a save here. Got our buddy Ruben. some weapon upgrades and armor upgrades. Alright, so I'm calling it before I completely disappear in my little box here. Get a light on as I turn this off. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Sorry about the dead time towards the sort of last third or so. I couldn't figure out what the hell I was doing. That was embarrassing. But we'll pick up more with probably the next, I would say the next crystal, at least. We'll get the fire crystal. And then after that, we just have one last crystal and then the end game and the final boss. So we're probably halfway through. So yeah, I'm thinking if we do one crystal per part, we'll probably have 2 more parts and then an end game part. So 3 more after this. So yeah, hit like and subscribe. We'll see you again probably next week with another part. So Mystic Quest, we're getting there. See you next time.